Hey guys, what's up? Zyphon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some of the best activities that you can do in the game on a daily basis to make the most out of your play sessions as a newer or older player. Now, some of these activities aren't going to make sense as an older player because there is going to be like a certain cap on how much you can do one certain activity, right? Because there's only so much rewards that it can give. But whenever we get to an activity like that, I'll make sure to specify what is and isn't worth it to do, if that makes sense. So in no particular order, but this one is my favorite, we have sorties. So sorties are a daily activity that you can do, which are quote unquote high level. So it starts at 50 to 60 and goes all the way up to 80 to 100. These missions have modifiers, and once you complete all three of these missions, you have a chance of getting a NASA sculpture, a Riven mod, a 3-day booster, 4000 endo, Kuva, an Excellence Warframe adapter, Forma, Orkin Catalyst blueprint, Orkin reactor blueprint, or even a legendary core. So I've been playing Warframe since 2015. I haven't been doing sorties every single day since then, but I've only ever got 2 legendary cores from sorties. But you get a ton of endo from the sculpture, a ton of endo from the 4000 endo reward, that it is a no-brainer to do this activity, right? If there is one activity in the game that I could choose to do every single day, it would definitely be sorties. So all you have to do is jump in, play this mission. You can matchmake with friends because everyone has the same sortie, and there you go. You've just got yourself something that is pretty worthwhile in the Warframe universe, right? So speaking of difficult activities, the next thing that we have on this list are Steel Path incursions. So of course this implies that you actually have Steel Path unlocked, of course, right? So you have to be able to do the Steel Path incursions in the first place. But you get steel essence from doing the Steel Path incursions. On top of that, the acolytes spawn in, so you have a chance of getting a primary or secondary arcane. You use the steel essence to go ahead and buy a primary or secondary arcane adapter, so you can equip it to your primary or secondary weapon. And of course, there's a bunch of other like weekly rotation, or is it weekly? Yeah, it is weekly rotating rewards that you can get, such as an Umbra Forma blueprint, 50,000 Kuva, free Forma, 30k endo, stuff like that. So steel essence is just a really nice resource to have and then spend at Teshin in any relay. It's just a no-brainer to pick up. So on top of that, while you're doing, let's say, sorties, or while you're doing, your Steel Path incursions and stuff like that, you can also be making progress towards your Syndicate, right? So to make progress toward your Syndicate, you have to first initiate with a Syndicate and then make sure that you've got the sigil equipped to your back, right? So if I were to go to appearance here, I go to sigils, I go to, mine's is parent sequence, right? So I've got the chairman sigil here, and if I have this equipped, a little bit of the XP that I get in my missions is going to be converted into standing for the parent sequence syndicate, and also it's the new Luca and Red Veil, right? So from those syndicates, I can get a bunch of items such as, let's say, relic packs, Arcwim weapons, even augment mods for Warframes and stuff like that. And the augment mods for Warframes, they sell for platinum, but of course there's a bunch of other stuff, such as the relic packs, which you can, just get these to have more relics to farm up prime sets, which also sell for platinum, right? So maxing out your syndicate standing on a daily basis is pretty important. On top of that, right, on top of also having the sigil equipped, you also have the missions that you have for your syndicates too. So you can go for these missions, get a little bit of syndicate standing that way. And there's also medallions which you can pick up and trade into the syndicate vendors at a relay for even more syndicate standing, right? So just really good source of platinum, really, especially for early game players. Next up on top of that, we also have invasions, right? So invasions, you should just do these whenever they're up because you can sell Wraith and Vandal parts, right, for platinum. On top of that, there's also a chance that an Orkin reactor or Catalyst or whatever spawns in here. We also have mutagen mass, detonite injectors, and field drawn is the other one, which you need to actually build some weapons from the dojo. Muteless LV nav coordinates, I think these sell for platinum as well. You need these to actually go and do the Muteless LV boss fight to farm up mesas. So if they sell for a lot of platinum, I'm not too sure if they do, that might be like an easy source of platinum. Next up, we've got nightmare missions. So nightmare missions, they get unlocked whatever you complete all of the nodes on a planet. And these give you nightmare mods. Nightmare mods sell for a decent amount of platinum as well. So a mod like Drifting Contact, for example, comes from there. I'm pretty sure it comes from there. Let's say Blaze for shotguns and stuff like that. So those mods sell for a decent amount of platinum as a newer player. Pretty easy to, farm up some platinum that way. And then last but not least, we have the syndicates on open worlds, right? So these open world syndicates, this is the part where, you know, as an older player, you might not get as much value from just, you know, doing open world content. But there are some, what's it called? The word escapes me right now. There's something, you know, there's some exceptions. That was the word that I'm looking for. There's exceptions, right? So let's say, for example, Little Duck over here, if you speak to her, I need to go into my operator to speak to her. Wait for it. So if you speak to her and you go to Browse Wares, you can buy arcanes from her or even Uncle in the Plains of Eidolon, and you know, you can sell these off for platinum, right? So of course there's the other stuff like cosmetics, and there's also some of the Warframes and the amp parts and stuff like that. But as time goes on, you're gonna have all of that stuff, and you can sell these arcanes off to newer players, right? So that's just a few of the activities that I recommend doing on a daily basis in Warframe. You know, pretty simple stuff, nothing too complicated there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe for more Warframe content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.